I V M.
I actually look forward to paying my bills now. The Cred app gives you reminders when your bill is due, looks for hidden charges on your bill, and offers amazing rewards and cashbacks for just paying your credit card bills on time. There are always exciting offers to be won. So don't miss out. Just download Cred. Hello, one. Hello, all. Welcome to the Diary of the Traveling Professor. And I'm Siddharth Deshmukh, your friendly neighborhood traveling professor himself. This is my 151st now, and you got to hear that because I've finished about 150 diary entries so far, and it's been a wonderful, wonderful progression of my thought, I guess, and just sharing it with you, getting inundated with questions, trying to answer those questions to the very best of my ability, and in the process, I've learned so much. I've had to exercise my mind beyond the classroom and just look at different perspectives from where I can glean knowledge from, and this has served me to become a better professor and a better consultant. I'd say so. This podcast has value just because I'm rambling away in this microphone, and you're listening, and you're finding it useful, and you're giving me feedback. So thank you so much. I really appreciate all of you for doing that. So, in the spirit of rambling, this diary entry of mine, this new diary entry of mine, is going to explore a concept that has been plaguing my head lately, and it's because of a book that James Altucher wrote, which was called "Skip the Line." Now, I really was intrigued by the line, "Skip the Line," and it was particularly good because it kind of contradicted the 10,000 hour rule that Malcolm Gladwell stands for. And Altucher has gone on record in the book saying that, hey, you know what? It's not necessary. I mean, sometimes you don't need 10,000. What you need to figure out is stop standing in lines that are there laid out to you by society. Figure out how you can skip the line and the rest of it. It's a good book. I would certainly recommend that you read it. I specifically liked his take on the Pareto principle. He's used the 80-20 rule on itself and has figured out that if you find out that elusive 1% that can help you reach 51 point something percent of the results, if I'm getting it right, Mr. Altucher, you would be in a very, very happy place. To my mind, was one of the best parts of the book. But again, I'm no salesperson for Mr. Altucher, so he can go sell his own books and he's got a lot of money, so I don't really need to do that. But what made me question the fact was, why do we feel that skipping the line is a good idea or not a good idea? And my particular take on this is, I think it really depends. Because if you've put in the 10,000 hours, let's assume a particular case, if you put in 10,000 hours to become a dancer, right? And those 10,000 hours make you a certain kind of dancer, but then suddenly you decide to flip the scene and become an Instagram star, and then you're Charlie D'Amelio, because you have put in those 10,000 hours, but now you're not trying to pursue it in that specific field. You've skipped the line, interestingly enough, to become an instant, in quotes, Instagram star. That's the best way I could see, the skipping the line business working in a stronger fashion. Now, the other part is when people kind of fake competence, and they fake competence by being very confident. And that is the part wherein I don't think skipping the line actually works, because the fake it till you make it scenario wherein you say yes to something and then learn on the go can work once or twice, but if you are going to follow it as a lifetime philosophy, it's quite possible that you have to get used to a lot of facepalm sort of failure moments. Because the fact is that unless and until you are competent, you can't truly be absolutely confident unless and until you're delusional. And a lot of people tend to fake confidence. Look at our politicians, look at a lot of the people who get into the film industry as actors, or look at any profession, any corporate type person. a lot of times you see a lot of bravado and confidence, and unfortunately, it is taken as competence. And the reason why we do it is very, very primordial. We do it because that's actually how our genetic makeup is. We tend to conflate the two, and when we look at somebody who's a naturally confident person, we think this person can do the job because, and feels that way because there is competence there. And I would like to warn against this for people who are doing this, and also for people who are on the receiving end of this sort of bluster. Because I don't think that for somebody who is very, very competent, there is a certain sense of, I would say, in fact, almost the person sometimes comes across as not as confident as he or she should be, because they know so much about that subject that they're always going to be a little circumspect and whenever they're giving a very strong opinion. On the other hand, if somebody is really, really confident, just imagine you're a popular or unpopular politician, you're going to find, people thinking in binaries and people who can make comments, left, right, and center without really being circumspect about it. The word is circumspect on both sides. And I would encourage people to look at people who are slightly more circumspect. They might be coming across as introverted or not very confident, but they could very well be very, very competent. So I think skipping the line does work when you have a certain amount of expertise and competence, which you can then creatively use somewhere else. That's my own take on James Altucher's book. But on the other hand, I think skipping the line and just faking it till you make it is not something that I would personally recommend. If it works for you, wonderful. Finally, it depends upon the kind of personality and character you have, and I'm no one to judge you. But the fact is that I would rather you gain competence first before you gain that confidence. A lot of times people actually ask me how they should be pushing across for a new job or a new role when they don't really have those skills. And I always encourage people to be as truthful to their competence as possible, and yet embellishing it, because I think that's a happy medium. Well, I really hope you like this diary entry of mine. I don't know what you want to call it, skip the line or competence versus confidence. I think probably competence versus confidence is more like it. If you like The Traveling Professor, that's yours truly. Do follow me on Instagram and on LinkedIn. And if you like podcasts like these, well, IVM Podcast has got a huge array of podcasts which might tickle your palate. On that happy note then, have a great weekend and see you next week.
I hope you enjoyed that show. If you aren't following us on social media, please do. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I would like to thank the sponsors of the network this week, Cred, Ciet, and PayPal. Thank you so much. You make everything possible. Before I recommend a couple of episodes, I just wanted to quickly talk a little bit about Ankush Champanerkar. Ankush was a team member who we lost due to COVID-related complications. He was a really fun guy, and I wish I knew him better than I got to know him in the short time he was with us. But I hope that you can remember him in your thoughts and prayers. Also, quick reminder about Pod for Change, the initiative set up by the podcasting community, along with Give India, the NGO partner. You can go to tinyurl.com/podforchangeindia, and I'm sure that it would be much appreciated, any donations that you could give. With that, let me quickly give you a couple of highlights from this week. Aditi Mittal was on Cyrus Says. Great episode, do check that out. On the Habit Coach, Ashton talks about using the word impossible and suggests some better alternatives. On Advertising is Dead, Varun was joined by Harsh Lal, the co-founder of the Soul Store. On This Round is on Me, Gauri talks to Pankit Desai, who is the co-founder and CEO of Secure Tech. And finally, I'd like to mention that we have a new show called Tere Mere Raste, hosted by Keshav Chaturvedi. This time it's a trip to the beautiful blue city of Jodhpur, but every week he's going to tell you about his travels as a photographer. It's really well put together, really well done. I couldn't be more excited about the show. Please do definitely check that out. And with that, I hope we see you again next week.
Do you know Tamil? Tamil puriyuma? Do your children enjoy great stories that inculcate good values? Hi, I am Ravishankar Balachandran and I host the Storytime Tamil podcast. I am excited to share a short story with great moral values every day. Listen to Storytime Tamil on the IVM Podcast app, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts from.